Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly video and the final weekly video for 2018. So this is going to be an interesting one. I didn't really hunt at all this week. I haven't really been hunting at all, for months. Maybe you guys kind of know that. I've just been getting stuff off the internet and trading and doing whatever. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and recap the last year a little bit. And we are also going to do my top 10 acquirements, or whatever, top 10 cars that have entered the collection in the last year, okay, which was nearly impossible to figure out. I'm not going to show you any of those in this segment of the video. Tune into the second segment for those cars. By the way, that challenge was started by @BenKine250TR, and then I was nominated by @King_Diecast on Instagram. So I decided instead of responding to it on Instagram, I would respond to it on YouTube and throw that into my weekly video. So shout out to those two dudes. Both of them are fantastic Instagrammers. Ben in particular, dude, you make me jealous constantly with your Auto World collection, and stuff that you pick up throughout the year has been absolutely amazing. And then also King_Diecast gets really awesome stuff and has a really cool IG too. So check out both of those dudes. I will put that their tags or whatever in the description of the video. Okay, that being said, I wanted to tell you basically how many chase pieces I found this year. I found 29 chase pieces, and yes, I do keep track. I have not posted to Instagram a lot this year as comparison to last year, so that was kind of tough to track down. But 29 chase pieces. Out of the 29 chases that I found, I only kept 6. So only 6 of those entered my collection. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head which 6 they are. And to tell you the truth, none of them are in my top 10 for what I've got this year. And then, so how that breaks down is I found 6 green machines this year, 3 of which I left on the pegs. Mainly because I found 124 scale. I found 2 of those. One of them was one of the Hitch and Tow series 124s, and that's just the chase I don't care about. And then one of them was those gas pumps, those 124 scale gas pumps. Left that one on the pegs as well. And then I found 3 M2 chases, one of which was a raw. So that's pretty cool. One was a 124 scale. Another was a one of 750, which was a Firebird, which is actually one of the 6 pieces that I kept in my collection. And then, so those were those 3. I found only 2 Ultra Reds, one of which was a double, so that didn't actually stay in my collection. The other one obviously did. Most of the Ultra Red chase pieces I got this year were either from Suresh or Crazy Todd. We'll talk about that more in the second segment of the video. And then I only found 1 White Lightning, which I ended up selling at one of our local meets. And then I found 17 Super Treasure Hunts. And the majority of that was, I think I found like 7 or whatever of the Skyline in 1 Walmart visit. So that was definitely a crazy score, and definitely the best score of the year, no doubt. But that's what I found. So 29 chase pieces. I think the year before that I found probably about double that. Not quite double, but definitely a lot more. I also had a second child this year, and that also, obviously put a damper on the hunting. So it is what it is, right? And it's okay, because I've been kind of changing my whole collecting attitude anyway, so I don't just collect chase pieces. Really, the only chases I really, really want are Ultra Reds and the occasional Super Treasure Hunt. There are a couple of those that I really, really like and want. So, yeah, if I have to trade for a couple of pieces, it's all right if I don't find them. It's nice to find stuff, because then you can trade for other stuff. It definitely is. And I haven't found, when I looked at my chase, I haven't found a chase since September. So it's been a while. So I'm sure once I do find something, I'll get the itch again. And hopefully I'll be able to hunt a little bit more frequently in this upcoming year. We'll see what happens. All right. So enough about that stuff. We're going to go over the top 10 in the second segment of the video. I did also get a couple of things this week. For Christmas from my buddy Chris, he hooked me up with a couple of Johnny Lightnings. One was this one here, and I'm not going to open this in the second segment. This will end up on a featured 10 car Tuesday for Johnny Lightning. But he also did get me the Volkswagen Super Beetle, which I already had, and my son ended up opening up that one, so that one's his now. So thank you, Chris. From an eBay seller, I got this. This is a Auto World True 1/64 scale True LE model. This is the 2013 Toy Fair version of this. I think there was only 500 or 1,000 of these made. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I forget. But I didn't have this one, and I guess technically this could be considered the first release from Auto World ever in 1/64 scale. The 2013 Toy Fair model. So pretty cool, and we will look at this in the second segment of the video for sure. And then I picked out some stuff from the Chuck collection to go ahead and purchase, and I'll just show you that stuff real quick, and we will buzz it by the camera in the second segment as well. But a couple of Jaguar XJ220s that I did not have. This one's just a silver one that's in really good condition. I didn't have this one in really good condition, so glad to get that. This one here, the sparkly blue one with silver Ultra Hots, didn't have that one. This one right here, this white one, and then this one right here, which was in the Revealers. And we'll take a close-up look at those four in the second segment, as well as these black walls that I picked out of here. This is a flip-out Ford Aerostar. I'll show you that more in detail in the second segment. This is a 3-window 34 Ford. Total ZZ Top thing going on there. That's cool. And then Citation, Chevy Citation, white. Hightail Hauler is part of the Extras series, so it came with a little truck cover or cap. So that's cool. We'll take a look at that. And then two P911s. This one in black with gold basic wheels, and then this one I believe is a Ziploc promo. I think the regular release did not have the number on the hood. Somebody who knows their stuff, correct me if I'm wrong, or confirm if I am right, but this one. So pretty cool. This might end up being a shorter video. It could. So we're going to go over that top 10, I think first thing in the second segment. And then we'll take a look at these black walls and stuff up close, I think is what we'll do. Or maybe the other way around, I'm not sure yet. So without further ado, stay tuned, and we'll check it out. Check out what decisions I made for the top 10 for 2018. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, so actually we're going to start with the quick stuff. I'm just going to buzz through this stuff, and then we're going to get into the top 10. So let's just start with this Toy Fair model. New York Toy Fair 2013, true 1/64 scale, possibly the first Auto World release ever. So here you go. You can read that if you'd like to. So pretty cool. As you may or may not know, the True LE line, basically the idea with that, they were going to make a limited production of cars, and when they were done, and the tool was destroyed, and then they were going to move on to the next one. So this is a True LE model, which True LE means truly limited edition. The tool was actually destroyed after the production of all of the cars, and then some of the store releases actually came with a little shaving of the tooling. So pretty cool. Here it is. It's an awesome piece of die-cast Auto World history, I suppose, and it is truly highly detailed for sure. You got lens detail in the front for lights. You got tail lights that are also an inserted piece. These weren't great rollers. This one in particular was not. So they only ended up releasing one casting technically in the True LE lineup. However, there were two other castings that were slated for this lineup, one being the Hennessy Corvette that showed up in the premium and licensed premium releases, and then also Hennessy Camaro, sorry, and then the Callaway Corvette. So both of those models were supposed to be True LE in the True LE lineup, but they tanked it mainly because I think these things were pretty expensive right off the pegs. I wasn't collecting back then. I never saw one on the pegs, so I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly how much they cost, but I think they were up into like almost $20 for one of these cars. So, and I got this thing for actually $15 shipped for this little guy. So that's going to go into my Carney case with my Auto World collection, and it's another kind of tougher to find one checked off the list. I guess they're not tough to find. They are all over eBay. You just got to pay for it. So there it is. There's that one. And then we'll just quickly buzz by these XJ220s. It's a casting that maybe not a lot of you are excited about. I know there's some of my peeps like this casting quite a bit. This one's got a little chip in the front. That's okay. It'll do for now. So there's that white pearl one. Oh yeah, you probably want to know when these are from. And I did write that down. So the white one is from 1995. The silver one is the initial release of the car. Very, very nice metal flake silver. So I believe there actually is an unpainted, like Zamac almost version of this too. There's those two. And then the purple one is in the Revealer series. These came out in 1993 with really brightly colored Ultra Hots. Purple paint. Looks okay. And then the sparkly blue one. This came out with 3 different wheel variations from what I know. I know there's a chrome one, there's a gold one, and I think there is like a whatever. I don't know what the different wheel is, but a different wheel altogether. So there are those. And then Hightail Hauler. This thing is pretty sweet. So this one was in the Extra Series 1983. It's got a plastic base. You got yellow bikes in the back. It's metal flake blue. It's a cool little casting. A neat little truck casting. I think it's pretty cool. So check that out. And then Citation. Another nice little Blackwell car. The wheel's not quite. I can fix that. But there it is. This version of the Citation came out in 1982, from what I could tell. It's in really good shape. I like this casting. For some reason, I really like it. Johnny Lightning is pretty cool too, the version that they did of this car. So I think that's pretty cool. And then we got the 3-window 34. This one was 1987 was this variation, I believe. This is when they ditched the high raker base. So it's just got a standard metal base. It's pretty neat. I remember having a plastic model, like a snap type model of this exact car with that exact like livery on the side. And I want to say it's like ZZ Top logo kind of thing going on the side of the car. I could be way off, and I'm just kind of going off of nostalgia and memory, but yeah. Somebody in the comments will know. So there's that one. And then let's see here, Aerostar. Here's the Ford Aerostar, which was a flip out. And this is 1986 that this is released. You notice it has no interior because it's got this mechanism down here. And I don't know if maybe I can do this while we're on camera. I know this thing flips over. There we go. Alright, so now it's ready to go. So it would go down a track, and then something on the track would hit that over, and it would cause that metal piece to flip over and cause the car to totally flip out. So that's cool, though. It's a van. I collect this little minivan casting, so it's something I had to have in the collection, and I'm glad to have it. So there is that from 1986. Very good condition. Pretty cool little Hot Wheel. And then lastly, we've got the P911s, the pair of P911s. So we've got this one in black. That's real basic. It's black with gold basic wheels or black walls. This is 1988, I believe, that this variation came out. Got a Hong Kong base. I think it was 88. Could be wrong. Definitely could be wrong, but there that is. And then this one is, I believe, 89, and was in that Ziploc promo. I'm pretty sure it was anyway. So there you have it. So there's those. All right, so then coming up here, let's get into the top 10. Stay tuned. All right, so top 10. So in thinking about this top 10, things that I've acquired in the collection over the year of 2018 was absolutely insane to really, if I could have the deeper I would have dove down the rabbit hole here of trying to figure out what really is my top 10, I would probably come up with way too many cars and it'd be way too hard to decide. So I kind of just thought of things, the first kind of things that came to my mind. One of which was the Super Treasure Hunt right here. So I tried to spread it across brands. I tried to kind of tie it into with like people that I got stuff from, and instead of just stuff I purchased on my own. None of my top 10 were found in store. I don't think there's anything that would qualify as a top 10 that I got in store at all. So I've had to rely a lot on other people helping me out and stuff. Well, there is one thing I got from eBay on here, but anyway, the most of it I got from other folks, and so pretty cool. So we're going to start with this one, and I picked out two Super Treasure Hunts. This is one of the two. This is the Moon Eyes 77 Dodge van, and I got this from your boy KP's Toys. So shout out to Kyle. If you don't watch his YouTube channel, now he hasn't posted video I think in quite a while, but either way, go back and watch his videos because they're absolutely hilarious. His Instagram is absolutely hilarious as well. I should probably link it. If I remember, I will link both his Instagram and his YouTube channel in the description of the videos. Just the guy cracks me up. He's fantastic. And this is a Super that I've always wanted, and I was never able to find in the wild. And this is when I was really hunting pretty regularly, and I just couldn't find it. I never found it. It was even a Super that you could have got at a K-Day. This case really never showed up at my Walmarts either, so that made it really tough to locate. And that's when they were putting out dump bins and stuff, and I still just could not find this van. So stellar to have it in the collection, and just it's definitely a piece I will cherish, especially as a van collector, and something I got from you, buddy. So that is pretty cool. All right, so thank you, Kyle, for that. And that is the first of 10 cars that we've kind of picked out here. The second one is this Super right here. This is another one that completely eluded me, and I opened up, I don't remember how many cases of this that this should have been in, and never found it. I just never found it. I should have found them. I should have found a bunch of them for the amount of cases that I opened up, and I just never found this Ferrari 599XX. This is just an excellent looking Super. It's so fantastic. It's black. It's really cool. Funny story real quick about it too is that Crazy Todd's Diecast, who I mentioned constantly on this channel, you guys know that, this was like the first Super that he found in the wild, and he didn't even know it was a Super. He just thought, oh, I found the black variation of this 599XX. Have you ever seen it? I'm like, dude, that is the Super Treasure Hunt. Congratulations on your first Super find. And he found it at a dollar store. This isn't obviously the one. He kept that car. This one is from my buddy Joe Danke, and he graciously traded this loose one that he had in his collection to me this last year. So thank you very much for adding that to my collection. This definitely kind of fits the top 10 bill, and is just a sweet looking super treasure hunt. You can't go wrong with it. I wish I could have found one when I was opening up all those cases, or found a few of them. It's a tough one to get, and it can get pretty pricey. So there is that. And then we're going to stick with Hot Wheels yet for just a little bit longer. This one right here. So we've got 4 out of these 10 cars are Hot Wheels. This is the gasser from, of course, the convention in Houston this last year for Hot Wheels 50th anniversary. I had to pick this one out because this is just a vehicle that I would never be able to get the way that I collect. I just would never be able to get this car if this wasn't hooked up to me as how it was. So, and this came from my buddy Angel, AR Hotbox, who went to the convention, and he got one of these both for me and my buddy Crazy Todd at cost. Like, literally charged us cost for the convention cars that he picked us up. So just, insane that, he's such a good buddy that he would do that. And I felt really guilty actually even taking it from him at cost, because I know this car, and I knew that it was going to be a very, very expensive one to get, and he could have sold it and made some money off of it, but he ended up hooking us up with it. So just a fantastic dude, and just so fantastic that he hooked that up. So this piece does definitely mean a lot to me, and it's definitely staying in my collection for eternity. So there it is. And also this kind of goes good now that with that Superman, that van. Pretty awesome, huh? So those are cool. Those are 2 really cool pieces added to the collection this year. All right, so next up we got another Hot Wheel. This is a hightail hauler from the Real Riders series. Now, I just picked this vehicle out of my Real Riders collection that I acquired this year. Long story short, I guess. My buddy Chuck, and I've mentioned him in several videos, unfortunately passed away of cancer. And he had talked to me before he passed, and I was in charge of liquidating his collection. That's what I'm selling on my Facebook group. So if you're not involved in that, go to DJK's used little car lot on Facebook. And that's where I'm selling a lot of that collection. Right now, I'm really just kind of blowing through a lot of the cheaper vehicles, $1 mainline, stuff like that, just trying to get them out. And then I do have some of the expensive stuff, or really good stuff, left. I just haven't posted it yet. But this, he also left me, he had written out some things that he had left for some people when he passed. And one of the things that he left me was he left me a small carny case that was filled with loose original Real Riders from the 80s. And this is one of the vehicles that was in there. So I just picked this one out to kind of represent that collection. Every piece in that collection could make a top 10 list. But this is the one that I just picked up because it's kind of a tougher one to get. And it is just a really, really cool one. This good old pick 'em up. Good old pick 'em up, which is the hightail hauler on white hubbed Goodyears. And it's just a fantastic little Real Rider. It's in really good condition. Little kind of paint was sprayed on a little light on the one side, but is no matter to me, and it is just a really cool, fantastic piece. And all the ones in that collection are a fantastic piece. And eventually I hope to show you the whole collection. That's one other thing I'm kind of loosely trying to complete, is my Real Riders collection from the 80s. There really isn't that. There is a bunch I still need variation-wise. As far as casting-wise goes, like different toolings, I only think I need a couple. And I'll have it basically complete, and I'll just be missing some, white hub, gray hub versions of some of them. And at that point, I'll probably do a video on the whole set. So I'm looking forward to that day. Maybe that'll be a goal for 2019, will be to complete that set. So just an awesome car, and it is, fantastic to own, and it's got meaning behind it because of the person that left it to me. So there's your 4 Hot Wheels that made this top 10. There is one green light vehicle that I threw in here, and this was because I was just thinking I gotta represent green light, and what's a better representation than a Firebird? And then also something I got from a good friend who is Travis, Heavy Metal 164. If you guys are any fan of my channel and you watch it frequently, you know I've gotten a ton of cool stuff from that gentleman. Too much stuff, and again, a lot of cool stuff that could have made a top 10 list. A lot of premium diecast, a lot of premium import diecast stuff. Just a great amount of fantastic items. Okay, this one though in particular is just one that I really like. There's a lot of other cars I could have picked for this, but since my auto world, in the auto world genre, like Plymouth Roadrunners, stuff like that I got from him, Ultra Reds, regular release of it, all that stuff, I didn't put it in the top 10 just because of the other auto world that I'm going to show you in the top 10. But this kind of represents, I guess, items that I received from him and throughout the year, which were definitely plentiful and definitely very cool. And this just is one of the most the best looking green machines I've ever seen. It's fantastic. It's from the Kill Bill series, and it's a really awesome green body, green machine Firebird. Just a beautiful car and fantastic to get it. So there is that one, and then so that is car number 5. So we are halfway through. This I just picked out, and this, I guess, is a shout out to my favorite eBay seller of the year. You know who you are, maybe, I don't know. If you see this car and you watch my videos, I know you've checked them out. So maybe you're watching, maybe you're not. But this vehicle was actually, the description of the vehicle that I purchased was a Diablo. The car that was pictured was actually a Countach. And I was like, you know what? I know this listing is screwed up. I don't care though, because I'll be happy with whatever I get from it. So I did win the auction, and I got it at a very low price. And he contacted me and said, hey, sorry, the car pictured is a Countach and not a Diablo, but did you want the Diablo? And I'm like, yeah, I wanted the Diablo, so hook me up with the Diablo. And this is a CM's diecast, so it's kind of a rare brand, and it's a Lamborghini Diablo with the headlights positioned in the up position, which is just a super cool piece. Now, if you watch my channel a lot, you know I've gotten a lot of import diecasts off of eBay, and I typically go to the same seller for it all the time. I'm really hesitant to actually shout him out and give him a proper shout out, because I just don't want more people going to this guy. But I should just do it anyway, because his stuff is starting to get bid on. It's Y2 style. Okay, if you guys find it, if you were to search for it, you'd be able to find it anyway. Most of his stuff is all auction, and just a fantastic eBay seller. You know, he packs his stuff well. Descriptions of the vehicles are fairly well. I mean, this one was technically a little messed up, but either way, the car I was happy with. The communication was awesome. He throws in little origami pieces with every one of his cars and shipments. At least he does to me. I don't know if he does to everybody, but it's kind of like a signature thing. Throw a paper crane in there. And anyway, good eBay seller. So really cool. So shout out to you, buddy. I got so much cool stuff from him. So this is kind of the representation, I guess, of premium brands, right? I didn't put anything else in here. I could have threw TLVs in here. I could have threw Kyosho in here. I got a ton of Kyosho pieces that are really, really cool. There's a lot of that I could have put into this video. The majority of it, however, is stuff that I did acquire basically on my own through eBay. A lot of it is, and then the other stuff would have been from Travis. So this is the car I chose to include in this video, and it is a super cool one, and it's just definitely not a very common piece. So just really glad to have it, and really glad to find it this year. So awesome. All right, so next up what we got is some Auto World, okay? And we've got some cool Auto World. Now, it probably would be obvious that Auto World would show up in my top 10. And again, I could have made a top 10 list of Auto World that I got this year. I got so many Ultra Reds from both Todd and Suresh. This particular Ultra Raw was my Christmas present from Suresh, which is just absolutely unbelievable. He did find it on the pegs. He scored it on the pegs, which is just crazy. Brought it to my work to deliver it to me and surprise me with it before he left town. So, what a fantastic dude. You guys know I mention him all the time in my videos, and for great reason, is because he hunts a lot, he finds stuff I like, and he hooks me up with it, man, and does it quite often. We definitely scratch each other's back between Todd, me, and Suresh. We're all local here, but still, just fantastic dude, and this piece I will forever cherish, especially, not just because it's an ultra raw and it is super rare, but just because it also came from you, bud. So very, very fantastic. Thank you, Suresh. And this is just a great piece. It obviously was going to make my top 10. All right, so next one, and this will be piece, we got 8, 9, and 10 yet, so this would be 8, I guess. And these are in no particular order, obviously, but this is another Ultra Raw. This one was hooked up to me by my buddy Crazy Todd, who also, if you watch a lot of my videos, I mention him a ton. And he's definitely worthy of mention because he has helped me out immensely with my collection. My channel actually seriously would not be possible without a select few people. Todd is definitely one of those people. So is Suresh. I would argue that Travis is also has a huge responsibility for the existence of my channel. And the same thing with my buddy Chuck that unfortunately passed away. Big time content provider for my channel. So I am very, very thankful for that. That was 2018 for me, was a lot of help, especially since I wasn't able to really hunt all that much, really go out and find stuff all that much, because of the family edition. And family's got to come first, and it's just, of course, and I just don't have the time that I used to have. But anyway, this thing he won in a raffle, okay, on Facebook. I opened it in one of our videos, and so since I opened it on one of the videos, it's loose now. And he only charged me basically his raffle ticket. So he went in a Facebook raffle. He charged me what he paid for it, which is insane, absolutely insane. So there's that, and then we got 2 more. Let's see here. Let's do this one first. I was gonna save this for another video, but here it is. This is a raw Mustang from the same series as this. And guess what, folks? It's from the same person. This is from Suresh. And it is now free. Okay, look at that. She's a beaut. And you know what else? For Christmas, I got the Ultra Red of this from Todd. So, again, Suresh and Todd, pretty much, I don't know, basically this channel would be not much to watch without those two dudes. And it's just great. Just great. Look at this. Just fantastic looking Ultra Raw. So, of course, that would have to make the top 10 list in Ultra Raw. It's a beautiful looking car. It just looks great, even with the white tires. And I know I've ragged on the colored tires quite a bit, but still just a really good looking car. Would I like it better with black tires? Yeah, maybe, yeah, but you just can't argue with the way that looks. It still looks fantastic. Okay, so now on to the final car, and here it is. All right. What is that? It's not a chase. It is a mainline Auto World. It is from Release 3. And I got this from my buddies, SC Diecast. And they've hooked me up quite a bit this year, too, with a lot of cool stuff. This being one of the cool items. So what is significant about this Ford Galaxy 500 XL convertible? Well, the significance of it was the last piece that I needed to complete my non-chase Auto World collection. This was it. This is all I needed to complete it, and it took forever to find it at a reason. Like, you could find them on eBay, but people were asking ridiculous prices for this car, and I just couldn't do it. I'm just like, I'm not going to spend $30 on a mainline Auto World to complete the collection. I'm just going to be patient, and that's been my mantra all year. Be patient. You will eventually find it. And then I did eventually found it. I actually found two at their store just sitting there. They had bought an Auto World collection from some gentleman, and there's two of these. There might have even been more, I'm not sure, but there were two of these for sure, and I picked both of them up that were there. And I'm like, yeah, I'm picking this up. And just really, really cool. And they sold all these Auto World to me for a really inexpensive price. And I was super stoked to find that stuff. Just really good. So this is from Premium Release 3. It's a tough release to get. So since then, though, there is, well, as far as mainline stuff goes, my collection is still complete. There is one other, though, Auto World release that's non-chase that I still need, or that I do need now because it just came out, kind of. There is a 1/64 scale Buick, what the heck is the model? Whatever it is, it's a Buick, and it comes with a 1/18 scale car of the same car. So I don't have it, and in order to get it, you have to buy the 1/18 scale car, and it comes with the 1/64 scale. And it's the Buick that is in the deluxe line, so it's got plastic tires and stuff. But Auto World is really expensive in the bigger scale, that 1/18 scale. So there's no way I'm going to pay like $80 just to get that small car. So hopefully someday I will find somebody selling it on eBay as an individual car, and I will get it at some point. So other than that, I had to open up this one. This completed my collection this year. I was super stoked to do it. I checked off a lot of other hard to find ones this year too. Not just this car, but this car in particular was the last one I needed. So I had to get it done, and we got it done. So fantastic. All right, so that's going to be it for this, I almost said 10 Car Tuesday. Top 10. So there's your Auto World real quick. Fantastic grouping, 3 Raws and a mainline. Not a single Ultra Red, but again, I could have put in a lot of Ultra Reds in this. I got a lot of Ultra Reds this year. There's that sweet Firebird. There's that cool Diablo. Good old Pick 'em Up. The Gasser. It's a fantastic piece. Possibly my favorite Super Treasure Hunt ever. It's probably this Ferrari. And then that Moon Eyes. All right, so that's going to be it for the video, guys. We ended up making it a long one, of course. It's going to be clocking over 40 minutes. All right, so thank you guys very much for watching another weekly episode, the last one of 2018. Thank you guys for those that have tuned in all year and the year prior. Thank you so much. Your support for the channel, it really does mean something to me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all new subscribers. If you've just discovered my channel, I really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button and checking out some more videos. Again, I keep all my videos in playlists, so they're fairly easy to navigate the channel. And yeah, check it out. I mean, 3 videos a week for sure, minimum. We will continue that. We will continue 10 Card Tuesday. We will continue Matchbox Monday. And we will continue these weekly episodes. And usually I try to throw in a fourth one some other time later in the week. So plenty of content. And as always, comments, suggestions, all that stuff is welcome. So throw them down below. And I hope you all have a fantastic 2019. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.